So I was listening to Tucker Carlson on the subject matter of whether or not the Israelis or Israel has a right to defend itself, and I've been listening to quite a bit of colloquy by Ben Shapiro and some of these other Charlie Kirks and Stu Peters, and discussing the pros and the cons of all this so-called Judeo-Christian, Chabadian, Zionist Judaism stuff. And it caused me to go dig out my old broadcasts on the Cancel the Cabal program and some of my other videos, which describe the Judeo-Christian and the Judaism, the Chabadian Zionist Judaism, is a bunch of malarkey. You see, Earth, according to some of the more respected scientists on this planet, claim that the Earth is 4.5 billion years old. And they note that the universe, the intercosmic, intergalactic space, is infinitely older than that. And then when you look at the history books and you understand that Abraham woke up one morning when he was about 40, 45, 50 years old, and he decided that he was going to be a Jew. Yeah, Abraham decided that he was going to be the father of Judaism. You begin to understand that God must have not thought it was all that important, because he waited billions and billions and billions of years to, cause Abraham to wake up and invent, Scientology? Or did Abraham invent, Buddhism? Or did Abraham invent, Christianity or Hinduism or the Church of Satan? Or what exactly is it that Abraham fabricated and concocted? That's the point here, ladies and gentlemen. Now, to move right along here, I'm not a goyim, and I'm not some kind of a Gentile dog that deserves to be a slave to the Jews. And I really don't care what Mike Huckabee and all these other pastors, I guess you'd call them, pastors, these preachers, say that Christianity wouldn't exist without the Jews, and the Christians owe this unfathomable debt to the Jews, like John Hagee. John Hagee tells everybody that the Jews are the master race and the Gentile Goyim are obliged to be their slaves and their dogs. So I got kind of a interesting little message for John Hagee, but I'll just let your imagination run wild with that. A message to all the Zionists and the Chabadian Judaism, whatever you want to call them. They're the Jews. Sorry, ladies and gentlemen, I did not drink your Kool-Aid. And I'm going to kind of sum this one up by saying that, murdering all those Palestinians, which the Palestinians are, they're Semitic. And the Palestinian people are Semitic. They're Semites. So, murdering a lot of Palestinians is boy, you talk about anti-Semitism. Murdering lots of Palestinian children and pregnant mothers and grandmas, that's as anti-Semitic as it gets, at least Stefanik. And Donald Trump and Joe Biden, man, I'll tell you what, you people belong before the Hague for enabling these murdering Chabadian Zionist monsters. You belong in the Hague. And Donald Trump, and I don't really care, Trump. You ain't my daddy, and you ain't my boss either, Donald Trump. So you put that in your pipe and you smoke it. Put that in your pipe, Don Trump. And all your friends, all your MAGA friends, You too. Put that in your pipe and smoke it too, MAGA.